This instructional video will help you learn and master each movement before advancing to the follow-along version. Pause and rewind often, and move on only when you feel confident. Hi, welcome to week 1 of Primal 7's hip series. I'm Jenna Ellis, physical therapist for Primal 7. The purpose of this series is to improve flexibility that's limiting the hip, re-educate muscles surrounding the hip to work properly, and finally, put these together to work on achieving full range of motion of the hip with proper movement mechanics. We will use 5 basic exercises in this series. Our format is timed holds, and our focus is on finding initial movement ranges with good alignment. Our band will be set at mid-shin. The rings will be locked, and the safety covers will be pulled all the way up over the band release levers. The purpose of preparation is first to do a quick alignment check and to practice stacking all the joints of the body in proper alignment for efficient movement. Second, to increase range of motion in all the areas that we train. And third, to increase circulation so that our body is warm and ready to move. In this sequence, we will use the hamstring stretch to create flexibility and open up space in the back of the leg. And also, the march hold to activate our gluteal muscles, practice balance, and also maintaining level hips. We will start with the hamstring stretch for 10 seconds. To set up for the hamstring stretch, place your left foot directly underneath your body with the toes turned slightly out. Then you'll place your right heel in the band. Place your hands behind green so you can help with your hands to push out for an easier stretch. You'll slide your right heel out till you feel a gentle stretch in the back of your leg. We want to see a 10-second hold done 3 times on the right leg. After you're done with the right leg, you'll switch feet. Remember to keep your body up nice and tall, chest pointed forward and hips pointed forward. It's also helpful to find an object about 10 feet in front of you to focus on. After you've completed the left side, put both feet down and you'll walk the band all the way out and place it underneath your chest. You're then set up for the single leg march hold. To set up for the single leg march hold, walk the band all the way out and place it underneath your chest. Come into your lean, butt tight, belly tight, shoulders up nice and tall. You'll then lift up your right leg about an inch above the ground. We want to see a 10-second hold. Make sure you're looking at something about 10 feet in front of you for extra balance. Think about keeping your hips level too. Try not to let them dip down to the side. After 10 seconds, you'll switch legs. Once you're done with the other side, you'll either go back to the hamstring stretch for round 2 of preparation, or come out of the band, lay flat on the ground, and place your heels in the band to get ready for the hamstring curl in training round 1. In preparation phase, we focused on creating space in the back of the leg and activating our butt muscles to practice balance and maintaining our hips in a level position. In this training sequence, we will focus more in depth on holding certain muscle groups in a new position. Our goal is to learn how our body moves and feels. In this sequence, we will use hamstring curls to learn how to activate, contract, and isolate this muscle. And second, the squat for creating space in the hips and finding proper technique. We will begin with the hamstring curls for 15 seconds. To set up for the hamstring curls, you'll lay flat on your back with your knees straight and place your heels in the band. To initiate the movement, you'll push your heels down into the band and then bring your heels in towards your butt. After that, you'll straighten your legs back out, feet towards the door. We'll repeat this for 15 seconds. While you're doing this, remember to keep your tummy in nice and tight and your back flat on the floor. This should feel like the back of the muscles in your thigh are pulling, and you're pulling your feet in through sand. After you're done with this 15 seconds, you'll stand back up, place the band underneath your shoulders in preparation for the squat. To set up for the squat hold, you'll place the band directly underneath your shoulders, come into your primal lean, keeping your butt tight and your belly tight, forming a line all the way from your ear to your ankle. Feet will go a little wider than shoulder width apart. After this, you'll sit your bottom back like you're sitting into a chair. Push through your heels to come back up to stand. We are going to hold this for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, you'll either come out of the band and lay flat on the ground and put your heels back into the band for round 2 of the hamstring curl. Or if you finished round 2, you'll move on to restoration, in which you'll bring a chair in front of you and put your foot into the band in preparation for the quad stretch. The purpose of restoration is to cool down and give the muscles we worked a chance to relax. It also helps improve flexibility and carries it over into everyday tasks. In this sequence, we will use a quadricep stretch to improve flexibility in the front of your thigh. An added bonus of improved quadriceps flexibility is your kneecap will sit better in your patellar groove, lessening stress and strain at your knee. Let's move on to the quadricep stretch with a chair for 10 seconds each leg. To set up for the quad stretch, bring a chair in front of you for balance. You might have to adjust the band up a little bit higher depending on the amount of stretch you want to get. You'll center the left leg underneath you and then place the right foot in the band. Your knees will be parallel to each other. Squeeze the right butt cheek, abs in nice and tight, and raise your right arm. We want to see a 10-second hold. After 10 seconds, remove the right foot and then switch with the left. It's also helpful to pick an object about 10 feet out in front of you to focus on. Remember, abs in nice and tight, squeeze your butt, and look forward. You should feel a nice stretch in the front of your thigh. With the restoration complete, take this awareness of balance and posture into every movement throughout your day. When you're walking, think about actively tightening up your butt muscles and keeping your hips level. This will help you maintain proper form and reduce the amount of bad movement patterns that can happen. Our emphasis today on static holds and balance is training for your brain and your hips to coordinate together in order to progress on to the next level. In the next part of the series, we take what we learned this week with maintaining proper alignment and adding it in with active movement. Remember, you can return to any part of the series at any time you need. The focal points in this series continue to matter, regardless of what modes of exercise you're using, whether it be with the Primal 7 unit and everywhere else. Great job today, and I'll see you next time.